So everyone else on YouTube who's gay, I guess, is making one of these my coming out stories. So, I thought, what the hell? I'll do mine too. My name's Chase, and I'm from Austin, Texas. Um, and yeah, this is kind of part of the story where I'm from. So I'm really, really lucky to have grown up within Texas. I grew up in the most gay-friendly, social liberal city there is, and it's Austin. Not even just within Austin, like the Austin area. I actually grew up in the actual city, which is much more social liberal um, than our suburbs. Our suburbs tend to lead socially conservative. Um, so I've grown up, always been around kind of the atmosphere that being gay is okay. In fact, ever since the only church I've attended is a Unity church, which is very gay friendly. There are lots of gays at my church. There have always been lots of gays. I've been going there since I was one. Um, so even from a young age, I've already knew that um, I always saw gays as something to accept. Um, so I guess that kind of made it a little bit easier. So a lot of people talk about how they knew when they were really young, and to be honest, like I knew I was attracted to guys, but I also knew I was attracted to girls. Though I'm gay now, not bisexual. Um, and this lasted all through elementary school. I had so many crushes on girls. In middle school, I had girlfriends, and I really thought I liked them. Um, and going into middle school, high school, is when I started kind of doing my experimenting with guys. Um, so I was doing that towards the end of freshman year, beginning of sophomore year. Um, just kind of making out, not much really, um, with guys. Uh, so come January of my sophomore year is the first time I really had strong feelings to a guy, and this is openly gay guy who I had and have a lot of respect for, and we started talking, um, and I really started to like him, and I thought he really started to like me. And so we kind of had this thing. He wouldn't really date me because I was still in the closet, which I understand. Um, or at least that's what he told me. Uh, and then in April, he said he didn't really want um, to have a thing with me. Well, the first time I actually came out was at a church retreat. And again, like I said, I went to a Unity church, very gay friendly. I came out to about 8 people. Some of them I never met before because our church retreats were Unity kids from all across Texas, New Mexico, Louisiana, kind of area, the whole like the southern central, right there. So I mean, there were some strangers, but I just came out because I knew I'd be accepted. So this is actually the second time I told people. It was actually right after that happened. I was in my bed and I was crying, and my mom came up and I told her I was bisexual. Later that weekend, I was still upset from that whole thing. So me and my that wasn't later that weekend. It was a couple weekends later, actually. Um, Me and my friends all got a little drunk, um, and it was late. It was at my house, and I just kind of came out to my two best friends, or two of my best friends, and in the morning, only one remembered it. And I was like, okay, guys, in the morning, I was like, don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone. And one's like, oh, no worries, I got your back, Chase. And the other was like, what didn't you tell me? And so then she told my other friend that I told her something, but she didn't remember it. So this was like May of sophomore year. And so finally they made me tell them that I was bisexual. And after I told those two, I told the rest of my friends. And so by summer, all my close friends knew. And by the end of summer, I was saying I was gay. I like made that full transition. Girls are gross, no more. Well, I mean, people started asking because the word kind of started to spread. So that's kind of how it came out. People would ask my friends, they asked me if I was gay, and I would just be like, yeah, whatever. I grew up in a liberal city, don't have any reason to hide it, love myself, it's great. And every time I was telling someone, I was feeling better about myself, and I felt like a load was lifted off my shoulders. So that's why I kept telling people. Um, so I was just kind of open at school. I mean, it wasn't on Facebook, it wasn't anything, because I have a very social conservative extended family. And my whole family knew by now. But March, my junior year, I got a relationship with a guy. I wanted to put it on Facebook. We were both out, why not? And so that's how I told my family. And I put it on Facebook. Well, my extended family, my aunts and my uncles. And I sent them a message like, hey, you're going to see I'm in a relationship with a guy, and that's because I'm gay. And I was really surprised about how supportive they were, and it really made me happy, and it really made me think that things were changing, because they were all very socially conservative. They were supportive of me, maybe not my lifestyle. And I know there's some that are not very happy. Well, I know there are lots that aren't happy, would much rather prefer I'm straight. Um, but I was really lucky that my close nuclear family, they've always been supportive. And what I really want to take away, though, from this whole story is when I was coming out, I thought it was going to be a huge deal. I was really scared, even coming from a liberal place. I was scared out of my mind. I know how it can be scary. And then no one seemed to care. And it felt great. I'm living my life, not living anyone else's. No one else can live your life. There's only one you. I mean, and being gay is a part of you. Sexuality is a part of you, and especially in your teenage years where, I mean, we are hormone driven. I mean, how many times do you just talk about cute significant others is all the time? So, I mean, it is a part of you, and it is good to be able to, like, say, hey, I really find that guy over there really hot. Because I do. And if I was in the closet, like, there's so many guys, I just can't imagine holding that in or having to fake a girl. It's like, there's this whole lifted weight, and people don't care as much as you think. So my coming out story was pretty relatively easy. And have a great day.